Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Certainly one of the more interesting assets at the moment, cryptos. We talked in the previous video about this leading diagonal to the upside, that we have a potential 5-wave move to the upside. Well, actually a fairly clear 5-wave move, but only as a diagonal structure. That has to do with the internals of these waves, and in addition to that, we see lots of diagonals currently in the crypto market. It is a fairly strong move though. Solana moved off this 10th of June low round about 73% now. It's now at 2170. And yeah, we have a 5-wave move to the upside, and we are looking forward to a pullback in a wave 2. Not telling you that it is starting right now, because I have no reliable evidence that it is, but we need to be ready for it right now because we have a possible 5-wave move up. That means, again, it can push higher because the trend is clearly up. But if we see a break of the trend line, in my opinion, and I'm going to zoom in a minute, then we have a first indication that it's pulling back in a possible wave 2. So we're going to talk about all of that. Taking a look at the bigger picture, that is why I have zoomed out here. We still look at this as a wave 1 between December and January 2023. And price, so basically we're tracking and have been tracking a bullish scenario since December. So far, the chart is following the count, okay? So the idea was, okay, wave 1 to the upside, wave 2 to the downside. We had to change the scenario once because it turned from a possible 1-2-1-2 setup into a larger 1-2 setup. But the support area of $12 has been well known, where we said that below $12 this is going to turn potentially bearish, but until then we can track a larger degree bullish scenario. And yeah, as long as it's holding the 78.6 FIB retracement here at $12, yeah, we can focus on higher. Now, if that involves maybe one more low, which is getting certainly less likely at the moment due to the strong move up, or well, it would actually take a while to get there, or if it means we make a higher low and then go up, well, that's what we're going to take a look at. That we're going to take a look at the parameters that the price now needs to hold and that the price could come back to in any pullback. And then we need to talk about which levels actually matter in case price pulls back now, so that we know, okay, at which point do probabilities shift from, okay, this is just a corrective pullback and we move higher, to something more bearish. Okay, so let's zoom in. So that means, in other words, we cannot confirm yet that price has really formed a wave 2 lasting low on the 10th of June. Looking at this price action, I would assume it now, but we will really only have proof after we know, or as soon as we know, if price can hold a deeper pullback in a wave 2 into this region between 1493 and 1881. The idea is that, as per Elliott wave, we need to see a 5-wave move up to have a good indication that the trend has shifted from a downtrend into an uptrend. We've got that 5-wave move up, but it is not enough to have only 5 waves up. We need 5 waves up again, which we have now, and a 3-wave pullback, which we could get next. And then we need to break above the first 5 waves to the upside. That's exactly when we can really confirm that support did hold. Otherwise, we don't know, right? That again doesn't mean you have to wait for it, until you make a trade here. But from an analysis point of view, I will not be able to confirm it before. But still, the analysis will reveal the relevant levels that are relevant for trading. So this here, for a pullback trade, this here is relevant in my opinion. For a so-called 1-2 setup, which is, as per Elliott wave definition, one of the best setups to trade, because the wave 1 is usually a bit choppy. People aren't quite sure yet, especially after a downtrend. Okay, is the trend continuing to the upside? Is it turning to the upside? Then the wave 2 pullback is typically quite deep. Typically. Doesn't have to, but typically. And then the third wave is typically the most aggressive rally, because people here don't believe it yet. And then the third wave is the FOMO wave, and everybody who hasn't bought or didn't buy has to chase. So the idea is now that obviously price is, let me take that out 1 second. Yeah, price is moving higher here. The trend is still up. You can just simply see that by adding a trend line to the chart. We've got 3 touch points. Yeah, you can shift it a little bit maybe, but it's more or less spot on. If that trend line breaks, I think we have a first indication that the pullback is occurring. If we get a break below the last relevant swing low here at $19.30, I think we have confirmation that we are in a wave 2 pullback, and then we need to be watching those relevant levels here. The A wave often reacts to the 38.2 retracement. That's at the moment at 1880. We then should see some kind of a B wave bounce and could get one more low in a C wave. Now be very much aware that these ABC corrections, yeah, they can be deep, they can be shallow in a wave 2. So we need to be very much aware about these levels, 1880, 1770, 1650 and 1490 for possible reactions. They need to be watched, and the break below 1490 would shift probabilities bearish and would rather confirm one more low. Again, that doesn't need to be bearish, it just means that $12 might really be tested, the 78.6 FIB level, something that Solana so far avoided. Yeah, resistance to the upside is still 2230, so it's respecting my resistance levels I gave you. That was the first target after the breakout of the wedge that I highlighted to you. 2230 is still on the chart, respecting it. Above that we've got 2330, then 24, which I think is also a relevant level. Above 24 it probably can get quite quickly to 27, and 27 is really a significant breakout point, because a break above that would likely confirm something much more bullish, because we have been below that level since November 22. And yeah, so I'm not telling you the pullback starts now. In fact, this looks like a little bit of a bull flag here. Could certainly push higher, and if it does, $23.30 and $24 are the next targets. What I can do though is give you the relevant levels against which price can push higher, and you can look at the trend line and you can use the $19.30 level against which price can certainly still push higher. And then if the pullback happens now, these are the levels, but they are estimates at the moment, moving targets, and if price pushes higher, we have to adjust them with the price. Okay, that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.